of pancakes, as that's mentioned in the book, apple pie, donuts, sausages. I'm trying to think, some other kind of like little cakes. The kids got to make their own candles, so something that we've never really done. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I am actually going to be taking my kids to a homeschool holiday party based upon the Farmer Boy book by Laura Ingalls Wilder. So our homeschool group has been reading the Farmer Boy throughout the school year so far. And we decided to plan to have a big breakfast, kind of like going over what the mom used to make for Almanzo and his brothers and sisters. And this is kind of like going to be like a brunch. I'm making sausage and I'm bringing donuts. So we're just going to have a pancakes and a whole bunch of different varieties of things for the kids to eat and some games for the kids to do. So it's our first holiday party of the season, and it's a great idea to do it on Farmer Boy. I'll put some links down below, but there's lots of unit studies for Christmas time that go over Farmer Boy. So for those of you who don't know, Laura Ingalls Wilder, the Little House on the Prairie shows are loosely based on her books, and Almanzo is the man that she ends up marrying. So this is kind of like the story of his youth and how he grew up in the winter and what they used to eat for breakfast. Oh my goodness. My kids are always like, Mom, you are really slacking off when it comes to making, I can't believe how much food they make. It's just so much food. But here's our day, and follow us along for the holiday party, and hopefully we'll give you some ideas. If you guys are looking for Christmas parties to plan with your homeschool kids or just your kids in general, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So here we go. So at the last minute, I decided to buy some donuts in addition to the sausage that I'm going to bring. So the party is at 11 o'clock. That means that we still have time to get 1 or 2 classes in. So he is doing, I think, history and science, and then my other child is starting off with Bible, and hopefully he'll get biology done and maybe one other subject before we have to leave. So I finally have the house decorated, pretty much done with decorations, and now I'm going to, I love Christmas because my kids like to draw and put Christmas drawings on the refrigerator. So I am going to make sausage, and I didn't really know what kind to bring. All I know is I didn't want to have to get the kind where I had to cut and make my own sausage patties. So I really like these chicken and sage, and they are by Applegate. Kroger used to sell these all the time. These are kind of like the healthy alternative to sausage, but they stopped selling them. And this is something else my kids are really into, mochi. I don't know. That's like $6 for the mochi though. But I am going to make these Jimmy Deans. They're already in patties, so I don't have to press them or make them. And then I'm also gonna heat up the chicken and sage sausage as well. So just to flash forward till after the party, the kids really liked the sausage. The sausage was gone except for one piece of sausage. I like to make sure they're completely cooked with the warmth. My oldest likes to have sausage with mustard. I don't know, I'm not really much of a sausage fan, but my husband, who's from the South, from Alabama, he was raised to always have sausage. And he has it with biscuits, with gravy, with mustard. But sausage is not really my thing, but I do make it for the holidays. And since that's one of the items that Almanzo ate in the book, it's not, I'm sure it's not the same as what I'm making now. But since it is one of the breakfast items that his mom used to cook, it's one that I decided to bring in for the group. I'm going to cut off the sausage links, and I'm going to cut them in half. I don't have very many of them because Kroger didn't have any when I went yesterday. So I'm just gonna cut them in half. That way everyone can have or try one of the chicken and sage sausages. These are really my favorite, and they used to have a whole bunch of different varieties at Kroger, but I couldn't find any the last time I went, so I hope they restock them because they are super good and they're the healthy alternative. So now I'm just gonna put them on a paper towel to try to drain some of that grease off. Sausage is usually really greasy, and that's one of the reasons why I don't eat it, because I'm in my 40s and I try to stay away from that kind of stuff, but I did end up having some sausage today, and it was rather tasty. But I am just going to get the paper towel and press it on top to just absorb some of that excess grease before I pack it up and take it with me. All right, so I'm going to put it in an 8.5 by 11 glass pan so that they can reheat it if they want to once I get there. And these are going to go in as well. They kind of got a little bit burnt, but I think they're going to be okay. So those are going to go into the pan, and then I am going to put a paper towel on top just in case there's any more excess grease that comes off the top. And then I am going to seal it up really good so it stays nice and warm as much as possible. And then I'm going to put it in one of these bags. I just got this last year. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. It's a casserole to go bag, and it keeps it warm, and it's just so much better than having to carry just a regular glass pan, and I love it. So I highly recommend that you get one of these to put all your hot food in. Okay. And of course the cat wants to be fed again. I'm hoping the sausage will stay nice and warm. And it looks like it's sleeting a little bit outside. Here we go. It's a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see it, but some small chunks are coming down. And it's winter. And we are gonna get ready to go. Okay, so I just walked in from the party. I didn't get any footage of what was actually going on at the party, like the setup and everything. But as far as food was concerned, there was stacks of pancakes, as that's mentioned in the book, apple pie, donuts, sausages, I'm trying to think, some other kind of like little cakes and stuff. And they had a big feast, and so they could feast for the whole time we were there. We were there about 4 or 5 hours. So there's also games. So there's like a skee ball game and just lots of little old-fashioned games for the kids to play. And they also got prizes. And they also had some crafts. So I wanted to share with you really, really easy, simple crafts that you can do for your holidays, for your homeschool group, or just for your home. One of them was, let me find where they are. So, sorry, I'm not very prepared. But the kids got to make their own candles, so it's something that we've never really done. So one of the moms had ordered a kit on Amazon, and I'll put the link down below. But basically, you have your wax, you have a sticker on the bottom of your can, and the kit comes with, I think it's soybeans that you have to melt in this special pot on top of your stove. And so they stirred it and they melted it, and then they got to pick a wax figure. So some of them are in hearts, a wax figure, and they put that in the tin cup. And then they got some kind of oils that smelled. There's some that smell like sandalwood or ocean themed or jasmine or whatever it was. And they emptied half of that bottle of oil into the hot wax on the stove, and they stirred it all up. And then they got to pour it into their little tins, and they each made their own candles. So that's something I've always wanted to learn as an adult, but the kids got to experience it for themselves. That's how they used to have electricity back in those days. Is they used to, sorry, Trevor! It's just the cat. Trevor! No. So the kids got to make their own candles. So that's something fun. It's easy. I mean, there were children, there were teenagers, and there were also kids as young as, like, I think 4 or 5 doing it. So it's a craft that you can do at any time of the year, and it's really simple to do. What else did we do? Trevor. Shh. So the kids also got to make, I'm not going to take it out because it's really sticky, but I'll just let you guys see really up close. They got to make their own pine cones, like basically a bird feeder for the birds. So we basically just got peanut butter and slathered it over a pine cone, and then they twirled it around in birdseed. And they get to hang it up with string, and we're actually gonna do it tomorrow because we're gonna be gone soon. And you get to see the birds that come and eat the seeds off the cones. It's great for the kids to see the different types of birds, the study birds, great to take pictures of the birds. And so they each got one of these. And this is a really easy, quick craft that the kids really, really enjoyed. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, something else that they did was in the book, the Farmer Boy book, they make their own butter. So basically they kind of got to experience how it would have felt to kind of make butter a long time ago. What we did was one of the moms had bought in, I think, a quart of whipping cream, and she poured it into glass containers, and the kids got to shake the whipping cream. So I think my youngest shook it for like 20 to 30 minutes, and he really wanted to finish it, and he did. And you can tell when you take the lid off, if the whipped cream has solidified, it's basically tastes just like butter. And you also have some residual milk that's left over, and that's basically buttermilk. So you can use that to make buttermilk biscuits. But I'll take the lid off so you can kind of see what it looks like. So it basically looks just like butter. So they kind of got to experience how long it took to have made butter from a long time ago. And that's a really easy craft to do. And they really enjoyed that as well. Another thing they also enjoyed was the popcorn challenge, where you had to fill a glass up with milk, and then you can put as much popcorn as you want inside the milk, and then it won't overflow. So I guess that was the challenge, and the kids really enjoyed that as well. I'm trying to think what else they did. They also made wax candles, so basically birthday style candles, and they got the long wax, and they stuck it in the wax, and they twirled it around the hot wax, and then they put it in the cold water to solidify the wax. And so just my oldest really liked making the birthday candles, so that was something else that I got to do. But that was it for the crafts for the holiday parties. So those are some really basic, interesting crafts that maybe you haven't heard of, or maybe you haven't really done with your family or with your homeschool community. So it was really simple and easy to do, and it was a good time, and the kids really enjoyed themselves, and they got to read Farmer Boy and put it all together and had a party. So those are just some of the ideas that we had, and I hope you guys are having a good start to your Christmas season. I know that we are. I don't think we have any other homeschooling holiday parties planned. I think there might be one hike, and then us as a family are going to go do some things. So I will try to upload videos of what we're doing for those days, and I hope you guys are having a good homeschooling Christmas season, and maybe some of you guys are taking the year off. I mean, not the year off, but the month off. And I know a lot of homeschooling families are doing that, and that's really neat. I wish we could do that. But if you watch my other videos, we do it Becca, so we're still going to be doing it Becca. But we will be taking off a couple of weeks at the end of December, probably like 2.5 weeks. And we'll just be cooking and baking and doing a whole bunch of fun things. So hopefully these ideas have helped you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. And thanks for joining me. If you have not hit like and subscribe, please do so. Thank you for supporting my page. And I'm glad that I can just be here to make videos for you guys. And happy homeschooling, and I will talk to y'all later.